Alright, hello, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome to a video that I wanted to do for a while, that was recommended for me to do, and I've never done. We're just gonna be doing M10s in the back, because it doesn't really require a lot of focus. But today, what I want to talk to you about is what I wish, or what I want to happen in New World after about 3,000 hours of playing. We're over 3k hours. Look, wait, I can probably show that in a second. Let's just do little full screen into Steam angle into New World. Let's take a look. What are we looking at? We got 3,000 hours and we got 100 more on PTR. Okay, so it's safe to say I am addicted to this game. Alright, and I've been playing this game basically almost like a full-time job since the release. Let me just do this so I don't lag. There we go. With that being said though, let's talk about what I want to change. And first, I think we should touch on the fresh release servers, because I am extremely excited for that. But the most important thing about the fresh release servers is for the game to actually give us a third character slot. If we don't have a third character slot and the game developers are like expecting us to either buy a new game or delete one of our characters, that would be extremely disappointed for me personally. Obviously, spending this many hours in the game, I didn't spend it all on one character. I have 4 fully maxed characters, 2 on European servers, 2 on NA servers, all 6 to 5 gear score. My main is full biz bruiser basically, but others are all war ready accounts that I play on quite regularly, right? And if they made me delete one of those characters, which would probably be the second European character that I have, which has a lot of 3-bis items as well, I would be like really disappointed. That's like the first thing that I wish they don't do. I wish they give us a character slot, because otherwise I literally have to make another Steam account, buy another game. It would just be, I don't know, it would kind of suck. So give us third slot, everybody will be happy, everybody is going to be excited to play the fresh start servers, because that's like something that I've always been very for. Especially since we have something similar in RuneScape, where we have these seasonal events, whether it's Deadman mode, which is more like a PvP event, or whether it's leagues, which is more like a PvE event. The fresh start servers are always excited in MMOs. Everybody's racing for those top levels. Everybody's racing for the new best in slot items. Because like everything is just exciting, so I don't want them to mess up the fresh start release. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to talk about, and now we're gonna talk more about like specific things. I have a little list next to me that I'll just kind of follow, and the first thing on the list is coin cap. I want them to lift coin cap, and now the question you might be wondering is like, why 500k? That's like a lot of money. Or someone might argue just buy like more Asmodium once you reach close to the coin cap. But here's the thing, most of the items, if we look at some of... It's gonna be kind of hard. Let me just run into a wall. My team's gonna hate me, but it is what it is. Most of the expensive items, let's say this body for example, nobody is gonna sell you this body for 500k. This body is gonna be like a million, maybe 900k, maybe 800k. It just creates such an like annoying environment where you need to find like... You need to basically make your own companies to store your gold. It is just extremely inconvenient. So my suggestion for this would be have unlimited coin cap down here, and look at all the shards in my inventory, right? Super annoying to have, and those are not even all my shards. I have them in the storages as well. So look at all this empty space here. Put these shards right here as a currency right next to your coins. So it would say like 500k coins, 500k shards. If for some reason you are unable to do that, there are alternatives. For example, in RuneScape, your max coins would be 2.174 million, right? Or 2,174 million. And then if you reach that coin cap, you can go and buy like a different currency, for example, like shards. And like, let's say, I don't know, like 10,000 coins would be like 1 platinum coin, just as an example. So that could be like another solution if the code would prevent like the developers to lift the coin cap. Alright, so that's the first thing. It's very simple, very easy. We just want coin cap removed because it's annoying. Most of the good items are around 1 million. Some are 1.5 million. Some are gonna be 2 million. Like the 500k just isn't cutting it anymore. Especially since next patch, they will want people joining one company only, right? So you won't really be able to have a... Right now my treasury is 0 because I just bought that body that I just showed you, but you get the idea, right? The company treasury is not really gonna be available anymore because everybody is gonna have to be in like one big company together in the next patch. Alright, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second one is cross regions. Now, when you hear cross regions, what's the first thing that comes to mind, right? We want to be able to play PvP arena. We want to be able to play OPRs against other regions, but make it so it's just Europe versus Europe, NA versus NA, whatever versus whatever. You don't want to introduce ping to this. You just want people to be able to eventually queue in those arenas, in those OPRs, and with that then comes the ranked arenas as well. Maybe even ranked solo queue arenas. For some reason, I am too heavy, so deck strength, that's unfortunate. Okay, we should be good here. We'll take care of the inventory management after this run, because we've just done like 5 runs in a row without salvaging. But yeah, cross server, super simple to follow, probably fairly hard to implement, but what we want, a lot of us, not just me, is just being able to play against other servers without constantly having to transfer. With that in mind, there's an idea of also being able to log to any server you want without the character transfer, but once again, that is pretty inconvenient for the company, and they wouldn't be making money off the character transfers, right? Which is probably quite decent money for the company at the moment, so let's ignore that point now. But cross-region, eventually I think it will happen. OPRs, PvP arenas, you name it. So here comes another thing. A lot of PvP community wants an OPR that isn't PvE related. So what does that mean? Let me suggest you a King of the Hill type map. Okay, King of the Hill type map, where instead of all the PvE elements, it's a much smaller map, and you can do 1/4 of the rewards for it. You know how OPR chests have usually like 4 items in it? You can have the King of the Hill map and have 1 reward in it, or 2 rewards in it, depending on the length that you guys are planning on doing. And as you're owning the hill, you're ticking up your points till you eventually want to reach a specific point. What that would do, it would just basically, the reason why people are growing tired of the OPR is simply PvEers building camps, fortifying camps, getting the buffs from the tents. It is just absolutely annoying, right? So we want like a King of the Hill style map where we can just only PvP. The better team will win. Yes, most of the time it's gonna happen, but it could also do for some exciting like gameplay. You can add like a little heals for the mages, you can make it more exciting than just a little heal, right? Oh, we already dealt enough damage. But that's definitely something the PvP community wants. A much more PvP-focused OPR instead of just a bunch of bows and forts, right? Alright, let's move on. I've talked about rank arenas and OPRs. Let's talk about inventory management. This is on the lookouts, but as someone who has played this game forever, I have 6 to 5 gear score set for absolutely everything in the game. You wanna go logging? Sure. Look, I have a lumberjack outfit, all 6 to 5 gear score ready for logging. Same with mining, same with Lazarus, Barnacles, Genesis, everything 6 to 5 gear score. You know, completely ready for PvE. Like right now, I have to basically search for amulets when I want to find a specific amulet to run for an expedition. If I want to run Genesis, I know I need to type Weld to come for my Genesis set, right? But this is just awkward. Let me type here Genesis and let me tag the items I want to appear here. So all my PvE set is gonna appear. It's gonna be absolutely exciting, right? Like that's what everybody wants. I think they're working on something like that. But let me also be able to type war, for example, and my war setup comes up. Or let me type light, and all the light items come up. Or let me type head, and all the head items come up. Because right now, right? Okay, that's a nice little run. If I type head right now, yes, 1 item will come up, but not everything. So let's say, for example, if I were to type headwear, I want all the items to appear. Or chest gear. Chestware, all the chests to appear. That is like something I would absolutely want, right? Okay, yeah, that's another thing. Let's just loot the next chest, and then we're just gonna be encumbered, and then we're gonna take care of my inventory management after that. I'll be right back. 5 minutes to my group as well. It's gonna take more, but that's alright. And yeah, basically, we really want the inventory loadouts. They are in the works. Just let us search for the items that we want to see. It comes same with the storages. Let me go to the storage, search for an item that I want to find, and please just show me the item. I understand that it's probably very hard to combine all the storages into one, and maybe most people won't even want that. But if I'm searching for, let's say, smooth bone ring in the search bar in the storage, please just show me if I have a smooth bone ring in any of the storages. Like, I want to clearly grab a smooth bone ring. Don't let me go through 15 different storages in hopes of actually finding it. And that's it. That's when it comes to loadout management. It can be done extremely simply, but most importantly, let me type head, show me all the head. Let me type body, show me all the bodies. Let me type legs, show me all the legs. Make it simple, make it easy. Just like when I type amulet, it actually shows me all the amulets, right? That's what we want. Or if I show ring, it will show me all the rings. Like, that's what we actually want. Unless it's a named ring, then it's a fucking disaster. For example, like, let's say I'm searching for a ring and I want to find Gash. Like, I'm not gonna find it. You see what I mean? Like, stuff like that needs to be a little better. Okay, let's move on to challenging solo bosses. So the first thing that comes to mind here as a RuneScape player for my entire life is an extremely challenging solo encounter. You can't get helped by everyone, you need to do it all by yourself. For example, in RuneScape, in old school RuneScape, we have a thing called Zuck. It is a very hard PvE, like 0.01% of players maybe have finished it, and what you get in return is this really cool cape that is best in slot cape. Obviously in this game something like that might not work, but what about we get a skin at the end of it, something that you can flex. For example, since capes look so sick in this game, imagine like a really glowing infernal cape on the back, obviously in a new world terms, right? A really cool cosmetic item that everybody could notice. Damn, this guy just finished this solo boss, he got this as a reward. Like a very recognizable drop that you can only get from finishing a very hard PvE encounter, for example, right? That is another idea that I have that I would love to see in the future. With that in mind, there also come raids, obviously. Raids is something that a lot of people want. It can be like 10-man raid, 15, 20, you name it, however many. Just like a more exciting, challenging raid, really. Like a harder expedition, so to say. I believe that is also in the works. We looked at what's it called? We looked at the video where they were talking about raids. Then people want mounts. As a player that has played this game forever, mounts are not needed. But, you know, it would be fine to grind for some mounts. Perhaps in Brimy Sands, this would be a bit different because the zone is absolutely huge. But yeah, mounts to me, I don't care. To a lot of people, for some reason, they're very nice. But yeah, simplistic mounts. A little goat, you know, or riding a little scorpion. But yeah, moving on, we go with progressively harder PvE encounters. So on first hand, we have basically that extremely challenging PvE encounter, which in kind of a way is also what Zuck is. You started on a wave 1, and eventually by the time you reach wave 69 or whatever it is, you reach a Zuck. And it gets harder and harder every little wave. Now you don't need to do it necessarily like that, but you can do it in like a tower format. A lot of games are gonna have like a tower format that gives progressively better rewards, and it's progressively harder to do. So something like that in New World would be absolutely sick. I would be excited to see what kind of builds would come out. There would probably be some like healer specs mix. So for example, items like focus decks at the moment could be completely shit, but imagine like a really hard PvE encounter where you'd need to heal yourself but also have like a hatchet, right? So you'd go like focus decks or something like that. Like, just it would allow for this completely unique different build that has never been in the game to actually have like some sort of an existence, and just being able to like see how far people get in that so sad tower. It doesn't need to be tower, it can be like a cave that goes deeper and deeper and harder. There, like, opportunities are endless, right? But yeah, that's like another idea I had on my little list. I mean, I touched on a lot of things here, I think. Obviously this was like all kind of just impromptu, like while we were doing Less Than, I got this question on stream and I just figured, you know what, I've been wanting to record this video forever. So what if I just go on top of my mind and just speak to a lot of things? And I'm sure that this would be like a great way for people to also comment what they would like changed in New World. Like if you can imagine like this video and then you scroll down the comments and you just see a bunch of ideas from people that have played this game for a long time, or even people that are new to the game. Right? Like, just, I would like this video to be like an idea dump. You know what I mean? Like, everybody shows their ideas, everybody talks about it. So yeah, that being said, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to share. Yeah, I'm gonna sort out my inventory now and we're gonna keep doing some intense. Alright, I mean, is that fine? I think we can make this into a video, right? We're chilling. Alright, yeah, well, thank you for watching the video. You can check out my stream. I stream New World every day for a lot of hours in a row. So yeah, twitch.tv/MikaRS. And catch you there. Bye bye. Have a good one. See ya.